What's up, y'all? What is good? What is good? What is good? How is everyone doing today? We are back. Man, listen, y'all know how I am, right? Bruh, I've been sitting here, well, not really, but I've been really trying to get this live started for a while, but I was having some trouble. But I'm glad I'm here now, man. Let me make sure we good when it comes to audio and all that. We good, y'all? We good? So, number one, a little change in scenery, obviously. But we are in back of the warehouse and we are chatting. I got some interesting stuff to talk about as far as what I would do reselling wise, starting from scratch. So we are going to talk about that. And I'm going to hop right into that in a second. But I just first want to say, man, if you guys have any questions throughout this whole ordeal, make sure you guys go ahead and leave any of your questions below. I'll look at the comments. I will answer the comments periodically. Today is going to be an informational live for sure. I'm going to try and hit a lot on the informational stuff first, and then we'll digress and I'll talk about some other stuff, man. Things that have been going on with me. UPS, USPS has been messing with my business, man. This war has been going crazy when it comes to supply and demand. How are we still making money? How are we still going to grow? And honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest. The immigration stuff at first really hurt my business. And the reason it hurt my business was because a lot of my customers, like in-person customers, they were actually immigrants, and I never really realized that until recently. So, yeah, that hurts your boy. All right, I'm using a new streaming software, sort of, kind of. So, um, bear with me, but let's go and deep dive into this. We're gonna talk about product reselling. All right. And what I would do now, this is an older slide, but it's a slide that we are going to be able to piggyback off of. I'm going to refresh some of these topics, but reselling, right? Why would I start reselling? I had about 6 calls today. All of them pertained to eBay, and a lot of them pertained to people getting banned and wanting to get back on access. Um, what's up? Only real one, only one real. What's popping, bro? Yeah, Macari is definitely the best site for bundling items, man. Thank you for the support. Y'all, thank you for everybody that has been supporting, man. Everybody that's been showing love, whether it's with the products, whether it's with the resellers kit, which we'll talk about today too. I have new resellers kits that I want to show you guys that I'm working on as well. I got so many new products, a bunch of stuff. We got so much catching up to do, guys, in a short amount of time. If you guys hear any kids, it's because the kids are home, obviously. Well, not home. I said home. They're here with me. I'm supposed to be home, but we'll keep that low. But I honestly am. Oh, I was talking about the whole immigration thing. I'm actually just like really just trying to maintain business, trying to stay afloat. I've been working a lot just with my personal, and reselling is just something that I feel is always adapting, but also something that can always hold us up. Now, like I was saying, the immigrants getting taken out of the country and stuff has taken a lot of the customer base from not only me, but people around me. And we've been able to pivot. I've been able to ship to people in their countries. I've been able to help some people give back. But the real reason I'm saying this is because when you think of reselling, and if I was to start from scratch, the first reason I would even start reselling is because reselling is always something that you could work around. You could be reselling on the go. You could resell in a store. You could resell online. You could resell at pop-up shops on the side of the road. Resell anywhere because it's all about supply and demand. So number one, I would first start reselling because I'm always focused on supplying demand no matter where I'm at. And the biggest thing I try to tell people, especially when dealing with me, is I'm always going to tell you to get physical products. I'm never going to tell you to drop ship. I'm never going to tell you to sell products before you actually get them, because a lot of that has to do with lost in customer relations and retention, conversion. And that happens because a lot of people are scared. And I think that's the first hurdle we all have to get over, is being scared to actually invest, being scared to put our time in, and being scared of the potential that we may have or may not be willing to bring out. We all got the potential, but it's a lot of work. All right. Reselling is a lot of work, but I would definitely start by just jumping in. I would not be scared, especially nowadays. You guys have seen me work through tariffs, work through this whole war situation, work through immigrants being taken out of the country, work through my warehouse getting rained on and flooding. I've been able to just consistently be able to adapt, and I'm just thankful. But setting up your business, I definitely would start with an LLC. And I wanted to start all from the beginning because I got a bunch of LLC questions today, and I want to go over some of them. If you are somebody that's looking to start reselling and you don't have an LLC, EIN, I would say to get one. And the main question I would get is why? What's the difference between me being a sole prop? So it's a huge difference between you being a sole prop and an LLC. And the example I just gave somebody was, let's say that you gave a package to USPS, the package blew up and the whole truck blew up, and now it's all your fault and they sue you. Well, they're going to sue you if you're a sole prop. They're not going to sue your business. But if you're an LLC, they'll sue your business. Now, that's an extreme example, but it's all about protecting you, protecting your assets, and understanding that you are a business entity instead of being a sole prop, which makes you just a regular person operating as a business. Now, another reason why you want to make sure you have your LLC is because having an LLC is going to allow you to create relations with banks, with business accounts, but also, and I'm talking about a banking account, but also it's going to give you more flexibility. You can do net 30s, which is going to allow you to not have to pay up front to get certain things. Envelopes, packaging, tape. That's what I started out with. And then, of course, as I built my business credit, it got to bigger things, financing options for customers that walk in my store. And I'll give you guys, just because we're here, I'll give you guys a really good accomplishment that I met when I first, like maybe the first 2 months of me having my LLC, I was able to get funding, and that changed a lot. And not funding for me, but funding for my customers. So I want to pivot to like contractors and people that work on houses. A lot of contractors and handymen, they want to go to banks to get contracts for funding. And the reason is because a lot of them, they overprice, hoping that the client can pay. And a lot of the times the client can't. They have to break up payments, which you want a bank to allow you to have a funding account, which they basically run that customer's account or credit, and then they supply that loan to the customer, and in return, you get all your bread. So that was something that I actually got when it came to me financing phones. So I actually was not a T-Mobile, or AT&T, or a Verizon, but I was able to finance phones. How? Because I had my LLC, and because I did good business, paid all of my bills, and was able to build that relationship with the bank. So that's just an example of why you want to have your LLC. Now, I also had somebody come into my store and try to pepper spray one of my employees. And when they did that, something happened. They ran outside the store and fell on a step. Guess what? They tried to sue me, but they couldn't. They had to sue my business. So again, these are all reasons you want to have that LLC. There is a bunch of tax incentives as well. So again, I would start with that LLC. Now, next, I would develop a business plan. And this is where I think a lot of people lapse. So a lot of you guys right now, you're not taking it serious. And I'll be honest, I think that's where some of the hobbyists and the people that actually make results separate themselves, because you can tell when somebody is taking things serious. And I can personally, when I have a talk with you and you're actually putting things into fruition, into action. You have a planner, then you have a doer. I've met plenty of people that wrote in notebooks what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it, what price they wanted to sell it at, but did not actually successfully even start, right? And this could become a detriment to your progression. So remember, this plan is built to execute, okay? So first you want to design your goals. So you want to know exactly what you're trying to reach. And this is what I do in my community as well, is I talk to resellers like me and you, and we talk about goals. And I want to ask you right now, if you feel like being interactive, in the chat, put down what goals you guys had when you first started your reselling business. I'll go first. My first goal was to be able to pay my electric bill. That was my first thing. Believe it or not, I started actually selling on eBay, trying to pay my electric bill, my Pico bill. That's what the electric company is in Philly. I was trying to pay that. And I failed for a long period of time, okay? A long time. But after 6 months, I was successfully able to get enough money to be able to consistently pay my electric bill with my online sales. And that was a goal. Now, before I even was able to hit that goal, I had to also have a target market. A lot of you guys don't know what the hell your target market is, and that's why you getting inconsistent sales or you're not getting sales at all. Now, I want to remind you guys, this stuff works for people selling in person or selling online. Now, the target market aspect is, who are you targeting? Now, I'll give you guys a really good example. Okay, so we have this product right here. These are Bud 2s, okay? Now, these Bud 2s have been fresh. They've been a refresher. That's the word I'm looking for. They've been a big refresher for me because, yes, I still sell pods. I still sell the maxes, but these are like newer products, and I've been able to kick behind selling these, okay? But these don't sell to everybody, right? Now, what do these look like? These look just like the regular pods, the regular Buds, okay? And I'll show you guys real quick. Let me show you. All right, so here they go. These are what they look like, okay? Now, these are really good pods, and these have done a wonder when it comes to profit margin. I get a 68% profit margin selling these. And we'll break that down if we have time in the video a little later. But the reason I say the target market is important is because if I was targeting people that were looking for Samsung products, and I sold this, I wouldn't get any customers. I wouldn't convert. Why? Because these are not Samsung. They look like Samsung, but if a customer gets these and is expecting Samsung quality or a Samsung experience, or maybe takes this to a Samsung store or a Samsung rep, and they tell them these aren't Samsung, what are they going to do? They're going to complain. They're going to want a refund. They're going to eventually make me have a chargeback. Well, these are the type of things you need to look out for, especially when you're creating and building your business. So if I go a little further, right? If I had a person looking to buy Apple products, right? And instead I give them these, right? These are clones. These don't have any Apple logos on them, but this could, to a customer, look like Apple. They expect more than what they get, and then in return, I have a problem. Now, I'll give you guys a really good example. These right here are clone pods, okay? These look really nice. They are superb. They work well. But I'll give you a really good example on how people with reps actually fail selling these. So what ends up happening is you are actually attracting the wrong target market. You're attracting people that think from this product they're going to actually get something that they're not. Now, yes, it could act as Apple, look like Apple, but not perform to the point or expectation that they want. Then they take it to Apple. Apple says these are not real, and in return, they complain, get frustrated, cry, and then want a refund. Then you now are hit with a chargeback. Now, you get that chargeback, but also eBay then it launches an investigation on the back end, and now they're talking about taking your account, all because you hit the wrong target market, all because you tried to lie and say these were real. These are things you have to think about, things that you want to be very cautious about. And this is stuff that we make sure that we get straight, especially before we start selling on platforms like Mercari, OfferUp, eBay, Facebook, Amazon, okay? Now, I'll tell you what my target market is. My target market off the rip always was the person that wanted to save bread. Now, I will tell you this, that target market doesn't always make you the most. That target market isn't always the most effective. That target market isn't always going to become the most profitable. And I told you guys several times, the most profitable target market on the market is going to be a B2B transaction, a business-to-business transaction. You working with businesses. Why? Because businesses have money to spend, okay? That's the difference. Consumers spend when they feel like it. Businesses spend because they need to. The more money they spend, the more they're able to duck that tax towards the end of the year. And that's a fact, okay? So it's really important for you guys to be aware and attentive to that because, again, I would not know this if I did not learn, and nobody actually taught me. I actually learned this from experience, right? So it's important that you understand your target market. Again, people that buy these type of products. Now, this is a really, 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 really good product, but it's still not Samsung, and I will never sell it like it is, right? I don't try to lie to customers, because lying to customers does nothing but damage your brand and reputation. And I'm talking to all of my young boys out there, all of my people that are out there trying to hustle, trying to build, and just put money over integrity. You don't want to do that. I'm telling you, it does not work out in the long run, all right? That's a fact. Now, after you got your target market, you want to talk about budget. Now we talking about bread. Now, this is one of the most, I think, confusing, frustrating, and also telling times for resellers. How much money are you willing to spend? Now, you have some people that think that spending $14 on a pair of pods is expensive or not. You have some people that think spending $27 on headphones is expensive or not. You have people like me where I paid, no, not for these. I paid $35 each unit for these right here, right? But these, I'll go full screen so you can see them, but these are actually branded Raycon headphones that we have partnered to get because of a big order that we got, right? Like, this is something that really could change, I don't want to say anybody's life, but it could change the way that your profit looks a month, right? But again, you have to know your budget though. If I didn't know my budget, I could overspend and then become broke. And this happens on a consistent basis for resellers. So you got to know your budget. Now, people ask me, what do I recommend? Now, I recommend spending around $300 starting out, right? Like, don't spend your whole check, but also don't be scared to put the money out, because you get what you pay for. Like, anybody that's telling you, oh my God, you don't need to spend that much money. That's not true. That's not true. Spending money is always going to make you money. But, well, no, that's not true. Spending money on things in a calculated manner will always benefit you in the long run. But if you're somebody out there that's scared money don't make money. Remember that. I'm going to just say that again. Scared money don't make. Y'all, I took a huge gamble buying these, okay? And if y'all want, we can unbox these a little later. But these are Raycon headphones. These are Wholesale brought, which is very, very unique, because Raycon is a brand that is competing. They're marketing. They're out there on their own, advertising, and also selling me these, which we're allowed to resell, which means I'm taking advantage of someone else's marketing, okay? So $300 is something you want to spend on products, but never buy one of a product. Don't buy 50 pieces of Type-C adapters. Don't do that. It's not smart. Buy products that are like a reseller's kit. Like, buy bulks of products that are, I wouldn't even say sporadic, I wouldn't say random, but buy products that you know for a fact they hit different targets, and you're just looking to see which one sells for you the fastest. Okay? Now, what product category are you interested in? And this is something I've never really had to think about, because I've always considered myself somebody that wants to sell products that people need. So I've always sold headphones, chargers, and things of that nature. All right. Now, how will you be different from the competitor? Very important. Now, me personally, my whole business is geared towards wholesale to other resellers that do not have resellers permits or business licenses, right? So this helps me. I'm different. I operate a little different. I allow people to buy wholesale from me without having business licenses or resellers permits. And see, these are all things that help me in the long run. And they can help you too. But you just got to understand, and you also have to know how to utilize your advantages, right? Because if you want to be different, if you want to be able to stick out above your competition, you are going to have different things and also have different obstacles. Like me, I got a lot of different obstacles. I'm trying to sell to people that are buying products from AliExpress and Alibaba and fake ass influencers talking about DHgate, it being so profitable, right? But in reality, I'm a one-man band at times trying to build a company that is providing products to a lot of people wholesale. We're not even talking about one unit. We're talking about 12 to 48 products plus trying to make sure that they're getting to the customers. It could be a lot, but I know what makes me different, basically. I know how my business can impact other people in a different way than others, right? And I'm proud of that, and I enjoy it, okay? But knowing how you are different is always going to put you ahead of the company, or the competition, excuse me. This is exactly what. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to go live on TikTok, too. If y'all don't follow me on TikTok, make sure you guys check me out on TikTok, please. How do I get this effect off? What the heck? All right. But all right, cool. So now the estimated startup cost for your inventory. Now, you remember how I said your budget should be like 300? What about your startup? Like, how much should you be paying to start? Well, see, when you are starting your business, you don't want to spend the entire 300. That wouldn't be smart. It wouldn't be wise, right? You don't ever want to spend all of your money, but instead what you're going to do is spend at least 60 or at most 75, and then leave the rest for mistakes, shipping, and also customer returns or customer issues, okay? The worst thing you could do as a business owner in general is spend all of your startup cash on your inventory. It's not that deep, right? Inventory should be pouring back into your business. It shouldn't just be taken out. So like that's something important that I think a lot of people don't realize is that, yeah, you may have some good products or you may have a good idea. I remember I tried to start a sock business and I wanted to buy socks that had the graphics on it. I was very excited, right? Now I hit up a distributor and we were talking about prices. Long story short, the amount that I had set to start this company was required to get my first order, the entire amount. Okay, it was like $500 or something I needed to get to start this sock company because of all the sizes and variations and the things that I was trying to do. But I ended up not doing it because I realized I would have to spend too much money to compete. And sometimes it's better off just not doing than just spending your bread blindly. All right. Now, I remember I said, and you guys should remember too, scared money don't make no money. But dumb money don't keep money. And that's the problem. Is you don't want to just spend with your eyes closed. Blind spenders never, ever win. Because you're spending for a feeling instead of spending for a result. Okay? You only get results from executing. You only execute from planning. You only plan from having a goal. You only have a goal from having a budget. You only have a budget from having a why? A job? Like it depends on how you mean how you doing it, right? Now your why could be I don't want to have to work all of my life, or your why can be I want to be able to take care of my family. Your why could be a bunch of different things, or you could just have a job and be like I'm tired of it, right? That's a why too. All right. Yo, I haven't been live in so long. It feels like. All right, now conducting market research. This is a little bit different, okay? Now you want to make sure that when you're conducting market research, you are looking at not only your competition, but you're also looking to see how what you're doing could actually fail. Now, whenever I have a business idea, I love hearing people say negative things. I think that it was a point in my life where all I did was say things that I wanted to do to the people that I know always had something to say. And when they said something negative, I would always store it in my notes or put it down somewhere just so I could understand. Now, what type of negative things could market research actually bring up when you are trying to resell? Great question. So it could be, hey, you're trying to sell these replicas. And replicas get eBay's banned. Replicas are hard to list. Wow, are you still going to source these? A lot of you guys would still get them. A lot of you guys do. Shout out to the person that just brought some reps somewhere, right? But there's a point in time where you have to actually conduct the market research and believe it, okay? Now, I talk about Google Trends all the time, right? I talk about how I use Google Trends all the time, okay? Let me try to, let me do this. Let's go Google, let's do trends. Let's do Google Trends, okay? Now, Google Trends I utilize on a consistent basis, right? So let's say we're looking up, let's look up Raycon headphones, okay? Now, Raycon headphones, they don't pop up because we're doing a web search, do a Google shopping. Let's see. Wow, oh, past 24 hours. Let's do more. Okay. So we see they have a little traction, but if we look up, and it's just on shopping, Apple, you can see that Apple's trending, but it was trending more on February 18th. This is day by day as well. So you're going to get really limited information, but I can already see though where the trends are going. If I was to look up, and I could do a video on this, guys, but I'm trying to be very vague and quick about this. Christmas, I'm sorry, I'm using a laptop. I'm using, what? Christmas trees, look at this. You would never think that Christmas trees are being searched in February. But the reason I just showed you this is because a lot of these companies that make a lot of money selling Christmas trees and holiday items, they're searching this stuff up way before the holiday comes. But like, these are like things. So if I was trying to sell Raycon headphones, you want to know what I would do? I would do this. Even though this is a very vague thing to say, Raycon headphone. Ain't that how you spell it? Am I tripping? I think that's how you spell Raycon. Let me do something real quick. Raycon. I want to look up some. Okay, Raycon Everyday Buds. Let's do that one. I wanted to look up a model. Google Trends. All right, we're gonna look up this model. Raycon Everyday Earbuds. We're gonna look up that. Ooh. Man, these ain't pulling up at all. Wait, hold up. Oh, these ain't pulling up at all right now. Hold on. There we go. So I can see Washington. Wow. I don't want to see. This is too far. Let me see something. Georgia, Tennessee. Okay, look. Breakouts. Raycon headphones. I don't know why it didn't show up when we looked it up. That's weird. But okay, there we go. Raycon headphones. And the only reason why I brought Raycon headphones was because I did research. So when I was looking it up, see, look. Are Raycon earbuds good? These are all breakouts. And look what we got. So you have to realize, guys, a lot of the time when I buy things, I'm doing my research. Raycon, I don't even know what the dang camera is. Raycon Everyday Headphones, right? But these are being searched up and looked up. And that's why I got these, right? But you could already see that, one, they're being used with fitness. Skool Candy is pretty good. That's breaking out as well. But I can see the breakouts. I can do research. I can start to gain intel on the products that I'm sourcing and looking to get, right? So these are all benefits, especially when you're trying to resell. All of the people that's telling you, yo, drop ship, start selling shit you don't own, buy this little subscription to join this thing. Man, fuck all of that. All of the people trying to tell you that you need to pay a monthly price to learn what products are selling are just scamming you. They're just scamming you, because there's no way that you can get a leg up or a heads up on people that are telling you products to buy and they're telling about 5,000 other people the same thing. It doesn't make sense. All right. So these are things that you guys got to stay wary of. And again, we always do our research. We make sure that we are prepared, I'd say. Okay. I think being prepared would be the best verbiage, because again, doing market research does not mean it's always going to work. It doesn't mean it's always going to be accurate, but Raycon headphones was something I did recently, and it's panning out pretty well. Okay. Now, analyze competition and pricing. Now, I can go ahead and analyze Raycon's pricing, right? So let's say I went and I was like, all right, Raycon, cool. Now I can go here, Raycon everyday earbuds. Oh man, right? $63.99. Came down from there. So they must have fitness earbuds too. Interesting. But look, all I gotta do, go to wespl.com. Go here. Go to audio. When I go to audio, I see the everyday earbuds. I could buy 6, 12, or 25. Let's say we buy 25. Well, that's 800. I mean, that's a big order right there. All right, 445. Yo, how do I get a calculator on this computer? You know what? I'm not even about to do it. Yo, hold on. I gotta get the calculator. Hold on. How the hell do I get the calculator on here? Hold on. Calculator. Okay, yeah, I got it. Oh, it's pulling up on this screen. I can't bring it over. Whatever. All right, 4.88 divided by 12. All right, so you getting these for $36, right? So these are being sold for $63.99. So let's say $60. 36 minus $60. $24 profit. Profit margin calculator. Cost me 36. 30, let's say 35 if we round 35, and then let's just say we sell it for that. That's a 41% profit margin. That's not bad, but how many do you have? That's what really matters. Well, you got 12. All right, bet. So 25 times 12, that's 300. So, and then so 300. I'm not even gonna take away shipping because we ain't paying for no shipping. The customer paying for the shipping. But again, guys, that's the best way. All right, it's like doing your market research, but also understanding the niche, and then also analyzing how much you're gonna have to pay, analyzing the price, analyzing the competition, analyze the fees. All of these things do matter. I don't really overdo it though. I'm not gonna lie. When I brought these buds, or when I brought these Raycon headphones, like these were the most expensive. I actually am scared because I paid a lot of money for these, and I got a few of them. But the packaging looks nice. I've already sold a few on Poshmark. eBay, I haven't sold any of these particular ones yet, but I am waiting for a video to get a little bit more aggressive with them. But these have been able to sell on Poshmark. I've sold one for, I think it was 60. Because look, these are a little bit more expensive if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why I'm using a different computer, so don't even judge me. I'm using a different computer. Raycon the gaming earbuds. The gaming earbuds. Okay. How much are they? Bro, where's the Jones at? You can't buy them? Yeah. So people are selling them for like 168. That's insane. So yeah, I only sold mine for like 60 something dollars. But again, it's still okay because again, I'm not as aggressive yet. But that's still a good profit, okay? I spent for these, I believe I spent like around less than $40 per unit. Less than $40. So I'm not mad, right? Like we still making some bread. But again, I'm just saying that because I do have to analyze that pricing. So me just getting started out again, I would do the same thing. I'll tell you right now, if I was starting out, I definitely would start out with clones. I would start out with clones. That's a fact. Because I know for a fact that I can appeal to customers if I have something that they are used to seeing. I'd rather not start out selling something like this, right? If I sell this, they don't know what the hell this is, bro. They don't know what the heck this is. They don't know what this is. They gonna look at me like I'm Joe Schmo. They don't know what the heck this generic piece is, right? So they might not know, and I'm losing brand recognition, but I can piggyback off of other brands, and I can use something like this to help me get reviews and build. Even though not a lot of people even know about Raycon, like Raycon not that deep, they're not that good. But these prime example are these, or even something like these. Like these are what I would do. I would just start selling these because they look familiar. Now, some of you guys out there, you guys are overpaying. Some of you got some crappy products that don't ever reach customers' expectations. But you know, everybody has it's different strokes for different folks. Now, buying for Alibaba. Remember, this is an older slide. And I was looking at this because it's interesting. I was thinking about doing a video on this. Buying from Alibaba is not that bad. If I was starting out and I didn't have a way to get products from a supplier that's in state, I would go to Alibaba before I go to any other platform. Do AirPods sell good? Yes, they do. They do. They sell good depending on how you list them though. Some people list them lying and trying to act like they're, the legitimate AirPods. I don't. I just be honest. Thank you for the follow. But I don't act like my AirPods are Apple, right? Like mine don't have no Apple branding or anything because I got at some point I got too big to be selling fake ass products, because then what you start realizing is it's a lot of legal issues with that, and then also you're hurting your brand trying to sell another brand and being disgenuine, right? Thank you for the likes. I believe good, and I swear I was just telling someone I was just on a call with. I said, yo, to be honest with you, bro, when I started making real money, I stopped selling fake products. And then people will be like, oh, this is fake or this is fake. It's not. Because see, the difference between this, and even products like this, or I can go all day, products like this, or products like this, or other products, right? The difference is, or the other products that I have right here, is that all of these products are being listed exactly what they are. I don't wireless in the ear headphones, over the ear headphones. This right here, this sells really good. I don't know why. I don't know why these sell so well. They sell awesome. But these are like products that I sell without having to worry about getting in trouble and getting my accounts taken down. I think you get to a point to where you realize doing good business is a higher priority than making the most profit from something that isn't sustainable, right? I think that's why I'm so against fake gurus and fake drop shippers, and the propaganda being placed out there. I'm so against people lying to my supporters and people that follow me. I'm so against trying to be like everyone else. I'm against it. I don't want to be that guy. Oh my God, drop shipping and use Shopify. Like I can easily do that, right? I get emails from Shopify. I get emails from DHgate. I haven't got no emails from Wix, or which Wix? You gotta hit me up, man. I haven't got no emails from other places. I got emails from like third party drop shipping extensions, but I tell them all no. Why though? Not because I'm too good. I ain't too good. I ain't too good. Listen, I can use the money, okay? But why would I prioritize someone else's brand and utilize their brand to create content when I don't own that? I'm really big on ownership, and you guys should be too. So when it comes to buying from Alibaba, to tie it all back in, I like Alibaba because you can get a lot of unbranded products. I also like Alibaba because you can get a lot of products that have some quality. Now, I've had fairly good, but also really bad experiences with Alibaba. Okay, I'm not here to lie. Alibaba has cost me money. It also has scared away customers of mine. But Alibaba is way better than places like DHgate, Temu, for reselling. Okay, and again, whatever strokes people want to go and whatever floats your boat, that's cool. But I'm just giving you guys my opinion. AliExpress, horrible. AliExpress has hurt my business, whether it was shipments, quality, performance. I don't recommend AliExpress. Now, drop shipping is one of the worst things you can do. Drop shipping handicaps you. Drop shipping is that thing where it's like, you know what drop shipping is? Drop shipping is that vacation you go on, and then when you go on that vacation, it don't feel the same. It just don't feel like how it looked, right? Drop shipping is when you start actually trying to imitate someone else's results that you saw, and then you realize, damn, this don't hit right. It don't feel how I expected it to, because you're gonna go in debt 100%. 100%. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. 100%. 100%. Watch this. Y'all think I'm lying, right? All right, watch this. Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. Drop shipping. Yo, why won't it let me? I don't know, y'all. I'm on this damn computer, and this thing is really irritating me. All right, let's just do this. Drop shipping. Okay. Drop shipping fees came out of nowhere. This happened to me, so that's how I know what to type. Right? So unexpected drop shipping fees often stem from hidden supply charges, automated pricing updates, or increased shipping rates. Check your supplier's agreement, app settings like D whatever and Zendrop whatever. They hit me up. They're fucking frauds. I want to see the people. What's this? Usually with Reddit, there's a lot of people that are like paid to create like little posts that try and act like dropshipping is good. You will be really, really shocked how invested some people are. Watch this. Nowhere. Shopify. Because this is where it really happens. Shopify help. Watch this. What's that? Oh, it's Auto DS. Auto DS fees on Shopify. Insane. Watch this. Where's that shit at? Y'all remember that video where I had all of those? How do I get to that? I had a lot of people's feedback reviews. Nah. Auto DS fees came out of nowhere. I created an Auto DS account. Auto DS charges often appear unexpectedly due to the end of a 14-day free trial. Oh, here you go. This is one of them. And then you have bots like this. But Yeah, I got like something where it's like $400, $500. But there's a lot of fees that you'll get out of nowhere with drop shipping. And like, I don't want to feel or seem like I'm picking on this company. I'm not, but they suck. That's just what it is, bro. I keep it a stack. You already know how I am if you watch me, man. I keep it a stack. It is a good company, I say it. They fucking trash. All right, now negotiating with suppliers. So the next thing I would do is learn how to negotiate. Obviously, right? If you want to learn how to negotiate, then I'm your man. That's number one. Okay, I'm gonna always help you guys learn how to negotiate. You guys know that because I could talk my ass off. But also negotiating is just all about building a strong relationship. So let's say that you're going to AliExpress and you're talking to a supplier. What's the first thing that you should do? Well, the first thing you should do is obviously let them know what you want. But don't be aggressive, but also don't be submissive. Understand that they have the hand, right? They can price whatever they want. They can charge whatever they want. But you have the right to walk away. A lot of people think when they walk away from suppliers, they're going to lose that supplier or they're going to lose the deal. You got to realize you have the leverage with any supplier because you got the bread. Now, I had a supplier. I don't even have no more of them headphones, I don't think. Oh, I do. So I had a supplier, right? The supplier gave me these, okay? Let me go full screen for y'all. Supplier gave me these. This is very recent, okay? These. And these are really shitty looking headphones, okay? These look like crap. But, y'all, these things sell like hotcakes, right? So, I'm like, all right, bet, right? I'm talking to supplier, whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, yo, you told me that you would get these to me for $3 if I brought X amount. He said, yeah. Bro, he hiked the amount when he saw that I was getting results. I didn't like that. I told him, I said, yo, bro, how you hiking up the results once how you were hiking up the price once I get the results? And I called him. He changed it. He fixed it. But these are like things, don't be scared to be like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm going to walk away, bro, because you trying to get me. You trying to get me. Closed mouths don't get fed, bro. And that's one thing I had to learn. It's a lot. Like, even these. It's been times they tried to charge me up for these. So what suppliers will do is they'll do things like they'll charge you one price, but when you charge me a price, you charge me that price forever unless it's something crazy happen. I'm not paying no more than what you charge me. But like there's times where I'm dealing with a supplier, and then what happens is the supplier will have another rep deal with me, and then they'll try to upcharge me. And I'm like, no, I paid this amount with this person, and they fix it. But I'm very, very, very willing to walk away from any supplier with any product, even these. Like, give me the right price, or I'm out. I'm never playing with nobody when it comes to business. I don't have no feelings, no emotions. I'm here to grow. I'm here to build. I'm here to do this business and go about my day. You feel me? So when you're negotiating with suppliers, don't ever hesitate to just walk away. Also, understand that you have the leverage. And then lastly, make sure that the price makes sense for your profit margins. Don't ever sacrifice your profit margins for somebody's feelings. Now, suppliers, when you get really close to them, when you have dinner with them and stuff, they'll tell you pity parties. Listen, you live in a third world country. I got you. I'm going to give you the bread we talked about. Unless you give me some more value, that's all I can do. You'll have a lot of people try and finesse you. And this is how you know people don't deal with real buyers when they don't get guilt tripped. Like, oh, man, my family has this, that, and the third going on, man. I need an extra this, that, and the third. No. Because some people will try to test you, see if you break to finesse you. Ooh, test you, see if you break to finesse you. I like that. I like that. Hey, chat, y'all not being active today, man. What's up, man? Can I get a hi? You know what I mean? What's up, man? What's up, y'all? What's up, man? What's up? All right. Now, choosing a selling platform, guys. eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, OfferUp, Facebook. The platform really does matter, but it's a lot, okay? I'll tell you this. When I think about platforms I'm going to list on, the number 2 platforms that always come to my mind first in priority are Mercari and eBay, because they're very low barrier to they're low entry platforms, I can easily get in there. I don't have to pay to list. Platforms that don't come to my mind: Amazon, Walmart, Seller Central, like those are not TikTok Shop. Those don't cross my mind as much because, see, y'all always gonna see I don't get no views and I don't get the support I feel like I deserve because I go against the grain. And what I mean is, I don't push the same thing other people push. Like TikTok Shop, prime example, I don't sell on, right? I don't sell a lot on. Now I sell some products, but it's a lot of restrictions. Walmart, a lot of restrictions. What else? Amazon, Monopoly. Listen, Monopoly, okay? Amazon will bite off of your sales, and they double dipping. It's horrible, okay? But people make money because Amazon has a really big customer base. They have a name, but I just feel like ownership is important. So that's why I always will push eBay and Mercari. And now I like Poshmark. Poshmark is actually one of my favorite platforms. Very lenient. It's been times they wanted to ban my ass, but they didn't. They just didn't. They gave me another chance. So that's good. Now, creating high converting listings. This is a really good one. So when it comes to creating listings, the only way nowadays to create a high converting listing is to have a product that people actually want. Okay? Not a product that people don't know. So, prime example, if my stores didn't have no reviews and I didn't have no other product but this on there, I'm not getting no looks. I ain't getting no dang looks, right? But if I have this up, and I have this up, and then maybe I have this up, and I got some iPhone type C headphones, right? Then they probably will entertain this because they know that I have some type of legitimate product. Products it needs to be spread out. You can have a generic product, have a product that looks similar to another product, have a product that connects to a different type of device, right? You just want to have a good reach to your customer base, okay? Now, starting out, if I was starting from scratch when it comes to marketing, y'all know I don't really speak on things I don't know. And when it comes to marketing, I think one of the biggest things I've realized when it comes to reselling is that marketing will always be overhyped. People will always try to blame marketing for lack of sales or overhype marketing for results. I tend to just believe that organic reach is important because my organic reach should be able to pay for my ads eventually. Don't boost products. If you're somebody out there that boosts products on platforms or whatever they call it, like now, eBay's a little different. I use eBay's because eBay doesn't charge you up front. But I don't use eBay as frequently now as far as the promotions because they changed it because they see people was milking the hell out of that. People was making so much money, man. Now, shipping, we do not, I repeat, we do not pay for shipping. Like, we don't pay for shipping for customers. We don't do that. It's too expensive nowadays. You lose too much bread. Now, if you do offer free shipping, make sure that you have a healthy profit margin. Very important. All right. Now, scaling your reselling business means once one platform is picking up for you, man, don't be scared to get onto another one. Don't be scared to get up on another platform. Very important. Very important. Whew. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This video's getting longer than I anticipated now. How long I've been live? Oh, 50. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Ow. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go live, y'all. I'm going to talk about our resellers kits. I got a lot of kits to unbox and to package too. I want to show you guys. If you don't know what a resellers kit is, it's one of these kits that we have on wesply.com. They're wholesale kits. We sell these, and these help people start, maintain, and replenish their businesses. So you go to wesply.com, and then you go over to wholesale kits. But we got a lot more kits. Now, we used to only have a certain type, but I branched it out to a reseller launch kit, which is the 30 piece. Then we got the resellers growth kit, which is the 50 piece. And then now I have something new called the vendor box. Now, the vendor box was something that I created because I do work with a lot of businesses, okay? And a lot of the businesses that we work with, they want certain items, okay? And the items that they want are items that are going to be able to sell in person. So the vendor box is designed for resellers who want a complete inventory bundle that they can immediately start selling in person or online. This box includes 60 high demand electronics and trending products. 60 products. You hear me? 60 products. Now, this vendor box is something, again, because I have a lot of people that click this chat button. I know y'all can't see. Let me put the screen on there real quick. They click this chat button, and when you click this chat button, you can actually create your own order. So you can be like, I need I need 50 type C chargers. Now, I ain't gonna do this because every time I hit it or anybody hits it, I gotta pay somebody. But I need 50 type C chargers. They're gonna actually draw you up an invoice for whatever you need. Okay. Anything you need, you can create your own custom order on wespo.com. I need 20 Raycon headphones or whatever, right? They will customize it. But we made it to where we have 60 products in one in one box for you to be able to sell on places like flea markets and pop-up shops, but also on places like Facebook, OfferUp, and more, okay? What else is this? So it tells you what you get too. So charging accessories, 20 charging cables, 4 charging adapters, 2 3-in-1 charging pads, 2 MagSafe charging banks, 2 MagSafe power banks, 3 Max clone headphones. So these 4 pod clone headphones. So these right here. Okay. 2 Bud headphones. And that's these. And then 2 Raycon headphones, 4 wireless headphones. So it would be like these ones or any other ones that we have. And then 2 wired headphones. So it would be the iPhone connecting headphones, 2 power banks, 2 trending seasonal products as well. So yeah. This is a lot. This box is a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And then it tells you like the estimated that you can make. So I like it. It's just another direction. We're going towards serving more bigger orders because of a lot of the demand we have is more than 6, 12 or even 4. Okay, then of course you have this one, which is the 50 piece, and then you have the 30 piece. All right, so it's a bunch of different boxes that we'll talk about tomorrow. I didn't want to stretch this out too long though, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming, y'all. A lot of stuff I've been building and growing and working on for you guys to be able to, of course, profit, right? All right, so guys, it's my first live back, man, and I didn't talk my ass off now. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, man. I appreciate everybody that has, man, whether it's on TikTok, whether it is on YouTube. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys continue to make money work for you. What time is it? All right, and I cannot wait to keep bringing you guys more content. We are only going up from here. I'll be live tomorrow. We'll talk about the resellers kits. I'll talk about some tips for people that have ordered theirs on how you sell them. And then I think Friday we'll probably talk about eBay automation. If you guys don't know though, we do have our community. Okay, so that's another thing. So let me see something. Educated Hustler. I don't know if it'll show my link. What the hell is this? Oh man, what type of hoodlum? It probably won't even let me do it on here. Oh yeah, hold on. What is that? Here we go, right here. So this is the community, and if you don't know, you can join for $5, all access, all classes included, direct messaging access. Then you have the $47 one where you get access to all classes, access to the training vault, which is all of my courses and guides that ever come out. All right, that's all courses and guides. You get access to the automation plus partner system, so you can actually utilize the automation system, but you have to pay for the products that are sold, obviously, but they'll list them for you. And then full community access, private coaching as well. And then for the $297, we give you inventory. So we'll give you a product box every single month, and you also get rewards and raffles every single month. You get access to the automation plus partner system every single month. You get unlimited one-on-one book calls every single month. You get priority live classes. So there's more classes that are more one-on-one based and execution guidance. So we will audit your apps that you want as well. Thank you for the likes, man. What's up, Illmatic? And then monthly product box as well. All right, guys. So that's definitely something to check out. I appreciate everybody. Chat, thank you for liking the video as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Shout out to Only One Rail. I appreciate you. And guys, make sure you guys continue to grind, man. No matter what's in your way, do not give up. Believe in yourself. And keep hustling, man. Keep that negative energy away from you. All right, peace. I'll be back on tomorrow, y'all.